Boxing Casuals.
Hello and welcome to the Boxing Casuals mini-series. My name's Sam and I'm again joined by my good friend Chris. How you doing, Chris?
Yeah, not too bad. How you doing, Sam?
I'm all good. Thank you for asking. So, just cut to the chase, as we've only got a few minutes for this. Let's talk with the big fight coming up this weekend. We're all very excited about the Canelo versus Golovkin fight. Any updates, Chris? Any further predictions? Any news that we can inform the avid fans about?
Well, this fight's due to take place, this Saturday? This Saturday being the 17th of September. Well, no new news. Just the fight week started. The head-to-heads, the face-offs have occurred. There's a bit of needle in there. You can tell there's still some animosity in there. Golovkin's coming out with all sorts of things about Canelo being an average boxer, Canelo being too much of a celebrity now. So there's definitely a lot of needle in this fight, and I can see, I can imagine this one being a bomber, and just like the first two.
It's a grudge match, isn't it? Like from like, as I've sort of mentioned before, I'm not hugely big into I watch the big world fights, but I'm more of a domestic level fan. But like everything you see about this, these guys genuinely don't like each other. There is some real bad blood between them, and I feel like that's been festering over the years, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think Golovkin feels a little hard done by from the result of the first fight, where a lot of people had him winning that fight, ended up being a draw. The second fight, even being another close contest, Golovkin thinking he won that fight. In my opinion, it was more in favour of Canelo than the first fight was. But yeah, there's needle, and to be honest, we're looking at two of the best sort of middle/super middleweights of this generation. That's for sure.
So I guess the real questions are for the English fans. I guess who are going to watch. Sorry, it's worth letting you know before we ask any questions. It is going to be Sunday morning at silly o'clock. But I guess where can those fans get hold of that? Obviously, it's on DAZN, so if you don't have a DAZN subscription, you will need one of those.
It's available to non-subscribers for £18, but if you subscribe to DAZN, then you're going to be paying £9 for the pay-per-view. £9, it's a relatively cheap price, but that's because of the time it's going to be on in the UK. I think the main card is due to get away, scheduled to start about 1 a.m. British summer time. So yeah, it's going to be a late one if you're going to be staying up for that one in the UK.
Which I will not be, as we well know with these. I don't bode well. I did stay up to watch Bivol versus Canelo, to be fair, but by the time it came on, you're looking at the time and it's like 5-6 in the morning, and I just can't do that. I'm 29, Chris.
Yeah,
I can't do this.
I'll be watching it. That's for sure. No, it'll be a good one. Also, there's quite a good undercard for this one. I'm kind of looking forward to the whole event. The undercard, we've got the co-main being Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez, one of my favourite fighters at the moment. He took out a couple of one of my other favourites, Siskret Sorong Visai, and he took out Carlos Cuadras. He's at a young, exciting, I think he's 21. He's got his whole career ahead of him, and it's going to be exciting to watch him. 22, in fact. Slick boxer, power puncher. He's got every punch in the book. He's got a slick movement, counters, feints. This kid's got it all. So if I were you, would keep an eye out for Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez. He's going to be fighting Israel Gonzalez. He's a fringe level contender, but it's more of a stay busy fight than anything else. He's coming off two back-to-back high quality fights against two of the greatest fighters in the bantamweight division. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one.
Sounding good. It was definitely be something I watch the following day. Although, just remember for UK fans, we do have Monday off for the Queen's funeral. So, if you needed the extra day in bed, you do have an excuse now to stay up. So there you go. Okay, is there any sort of more news? Or the only thing I wanted to say on it was, I think if Golovkin is going to win, which I still don't think he will, the only way, having sat the other night and watched about 3 Canelo fights on the trot, the only person he really struggled with was Bivol, and that was because of that stiff jab and the added weight. I still don't think that Golovkin could do that. It's not his style of fighting.
No. Well, we've seen Golovkin getting hurt to the body in his last few fights. One of them fights being against Canelo, and the second fight he was hurt to the body, and he was hurt to the body against Murata. So it's going to be a tall order for Golovkin to get a win here, but I still predict it's going to be pretty exciting stuff. I mean, even without the extra added weight, we saw Canelo gassing in the first fight in the middle rounds and picking it back up again in the second half of the fight. But yeah, that's a big one. It's a big one. Like, I'm leaning towards Canelo. He's coming back with a vengeance. He's got a loss and he wants to avenge. You know, he's got a reputation to uphold. Don't get me wrong. So is Golovkin, but he's just got the age-old adage of time not on his side. He's 41 now. So yeah, he's definitely on the decline and has been for a few years now.
Yeah. So final predictions, because next time that we speak on the subject, this fight would have happened. So what is your, obviously Canelo, but by what method, what round, etc.?
I'm going Canelo by split decision. Yeah, there's always a bit of controversy of these sort of big fights. There's always a split or a majority decision or something bizarre going on. So I'm going Golovkin split. I'm a Golovkin Canelo split.
Okay, that was interesting because last time we spoke, you said Canelo to the body.
Yeah, I did. I've changed my mind. How about you? How are you going?
I wasn't trying to trap you there. I was just interested. I'm sticking with what I said. I think it'll be late rounds. Canelo KO. You were right about the bodywork of Watchback and that, but I still think you'll catch him with a uppercut or something, 8 or 9. I see that going. That's the way I see it going.
Well, you think he'd be stopped to the head?
Yeah.
I think that'll be the first time in his career that he's been hurt by a headshot.
But he's also 41.
Yeah, I know. But he's got a block of limestone granite where his head should be. So we'll see.
Okay, well, till next time then, folks. Thank you so much for checking in. As ever, like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. And if there's any topics you want us to discuss, put it down in the comments and let us know, because we're always happy to hear from you. Goodbye.
Yeah, cheers for tuning in. Take it easy, guys.
The Boxing Casuals.